Filmburgh Live, Episode 9. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm Pollock Taylor, the conductor of this little engine that's gonna, and we have another excellent show for you tonight. A lot going on in the world. We have a whole bunch of topics and news to cover, and of course, just like every week, we have another giveaway winner to announce, as well as another prize to give away. So without further ado, hey Wes, how are you?
Doing great.
Man, yeah. It's so good to have you here. So, what's new in the world?
Well, we got Quentin Tarantino's new film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's his 9th film. It's our 9th episode. How more perfect can that be?
Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Yes, it's written in the stars.
Yes.
Yeah, the preview for that looked real good. I saw some of the images for it, and I wasn't really sold. The preview sold me on it, though. It's going to be a good flick.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. We also have Nicolas Cage doing his next movie. It's going to be like an alien jiu-jitsu sci-fi crazy thing.
So it's everything you could ever want or hope.
Everything you want in Nicolas Cage.
From Nicolas Cage and his insanity. So, well, that's really awesome. What's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
I have to say National Treasure, actually.
Really?
The first one.
Really? National Treasure. I was already over him by the time National Treasure came out. I'd have to go for The Rock. Like classic 90s blockbuster. Sean Connery. Like, so good.
Con Air is another good one.
Oh, yes. They're basically the same movie, but, you know, yes, so good, so good. All right, guys, we have an excellent guest in the house tonight. He's joining us all the way from LA. We are lucky to have him here. We're so excited. And without further ado, let's get to it, because I want him to be a part of all the conversations that we talk about moving forward. This is Tony Mo.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh my god, it's going great. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, honestly.
Absolutely. So, you are from the Burgh. Right?
Yes. Technically Greensburg, but I've been here and paying taxes for about 11 years. So,
okay.
Yes, I'm a Yinzer.
Gotcha. Yes, you are a local without a doubt, but you've made the transition to the biggest of ponds, LA.
Finally, yeah. So, it's funny because for so many years I was considering New York, and I don't know, I took a trip to Los Angeles and it sucked me in, and so I moved there back in October. And it's been really great, actually. Like, I am kind of waiting for the bad things. And there's been a few challenges, don't get me wrong. I mean, the rent is a challenge on its own, but it's been fantastic. But it's also so nice to be back here in my home, in my community. I'm so happy to be here. So, again, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. Well, one thing that I think really speaks to you as an individual, not just your artistry, but you as a person, is how supportive the community is of you. Like, I mean, when you're coming to town, my Facebook blows up. Like 5 or 6 outlets let me know that you're coming to town. It's great. It's amazing. And I think whatever you've done to set that up is really cool.
Yeah, I'm truly so blessed. I mean, I love this city so much, and it's done so much for me. And so I'm never going to forget it. And I'm trying every time to visit just to put all my in and give my all to this community. So I'm so happy to have that kind of support. And, you know.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's just awesome. So
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, it makes what you're doing out in Los Angeles, I mean, I don't know, it has to feel like you have just so much at your back, you know?
So much. I mean, the thing is, I carry Pittsburgh everywhere I go, and I carry this community everywhere I go, and I want to make sure that I do the best, and I can learn the most and bring it back here. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something that's always on my mind. I'm always thinking about Pittsburgh, honestly. I mean, I love being here. So, yeah.
I love being here too. I love this city.
Why don't you move here, by the way?
Ooh, let's see.
You're not from here.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. I will be celebrating my 3-year anniversary on the 4th of April.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Yeah. So I'm curious, what drew you to Pittsburgh?
Well, what do I think of Pittsburgh?
No, what made you want to come here?
Well, what made me want to come here? Well, that story, oh gosh, I'm going to answer it truthfully, and then I think you're going to feel bad at the answer, but I moved here with my ex-wife.
Okay, well, that's fair. Well, thank you, ex-wife, wherever she is.
but it was one of those things, you know, sometimes things come up, and it just feels right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as the prospect of moving to Pittsburgh came along, everything in the universe was saying that's the direction.
Exactly. And the thing is, this community is a place where an artist can grow, and it is supported.
Yeah.
You know, and you can pay rent, and you can just be a person here and breathe. And so I really wouldn't be a photographer if I wasn't living here, I think, in my opinion. So
yeah. Having this as your base. I mean, and when you made the move, you already had such a great wealth of work, you know, to display. It was yeah. So how was that transition? What was the hardest part of moving?
I can go through a lot, I think.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, well, so fun fact about me, I got my license, that means my driver's license, back in July. I know, it's like having your braces on at 30 or something like that, but yeah, I'm 27, I never got it, so that was a really hard thing, and I drove, I'm crazy, I got my license in July, and then in August, I drove to Los Angeles by myself from Pittsburgh to LA, so that was a challenge. Finding an apartment was a challenge.
Yes. How long did that take?
Surprisingly, I thought, well, it took a month. I literally got there and I was like, I was ready that day to go at it. Like, I'm a very anxious person, if you can't tell right now. So I'm like ready, you know, and it took a month. And so it's funny because the lessons I've been learning from LA is slow down, take your time, make appropriate, right decisions, and don't just like run into something. And even as an artist now, I'm thinking all the specific notes and details of how to create my work, and I'm just trying to slow down and do things right so I don't have to do it again, at least, you know. So yeah, but I mean, those are the few challenges, and I feel like also just trying to reestablish myself has been it's challenging because there's so many competition out there, and a lot of the photographers honestly tend to undercut each other, and they give a million discounts and the work is not good. Sorry, LA, sorry. So I've been taking the approach on making a really qualitative work and really making a curated experience for the headshots there. And yeah, it's been a learning process. I mean, I'm only 7 months in, so I have a lot more to experience. So we'll see. Wish me luck. But yeah, so I don't know. It's been going overall pretty well, and I'm very happy, and I'm very blessed to be, you know, in that city. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's going pretty well.
It's really cool, and LA is definitely one of, if not the place to be. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty with your camera.
It's normal.
So. Yeah, Tony's your freeze frame. It was a great freeze frame too. By the way.
Good.
Let me say, I was not
a lot of practice
in the freeze frame. The only disappointing thing now is that we're just having a little trouble getting it back. So,
well, hey, listen, I can talk your ear off over here.
We'll get it going.
No, we will fix this. It's a Saturday night. You know, if you're listening now, just relax. Okay, grab some wine or a beer or a glass of water. Stay hydrated. And we'll be right there.
Oh, we got you. You're live.
Yes. Hey,
you were there. Okay, excellent. So, let's just make sure we have everything the way that we want it on you. Here we got this. Got to bump up a little bit of the contrast.
Perfect.
Get you a little more saturation in there.
There you go.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, guys. All right, we got set back up. Who knows what was going on there, but
sorry.
But you know what?
We're here now.
We're back, and it wouldn't be a live show if there wasn't something to do. I think that's the first time I've had to get out of my seat and fix something.
Oh, really? Of course, when I'm here, I have that kind of luck.
Well, you know, it's bad. You're just too hot to handle.
I know, right?
The camera's like, shut it down. Oh man. So yeah, I think that moving to it's just true. Moving is one of the most stressful things on our lives, period. And then to move, you know, with artistic aspirations, let alone. So, but what's really cool about your story is that I felt like when you moved, it was the right time.
I think so too.
And so do you feel like that required a lot of patience, or was it more it just came out of nowhere?
No, absolutely patience. And the thing is, it's tough because it's a little bit of both. The thing is, there never is a right time to do anything. Truly, but the thing is, I wanted to make sure that when I was going to be there, that I can be fully present, financially, emotionally, physically, and just talent-wise, to really soak up the city and really get the most out of it. So I mean, again, it was just like I was just waiting for that right moment, and to be honest, I wasn't really certain as to like how it would actually work out, and it's been really working well for me, and I'm very lucky. I feel very blessed and relieved. So each day it gets better and better, but absolutely, I mean, I think it was definitely a patience thing. But again, like I was coming to a point now. I'm 27. I have 3 more years till 30. Not like 30 is a big deal, but it is a milestone, and I wanted to make sure that I was, you know, again, just, you know, ready to really, like, you know, take on that city, and I feel like I played my cards right. I think I did.
It seems like from the way the story reads from afar, I've always been like, Tony's doing it right.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You made the move before it was too late.
I know, right? Exactly.
You know? So
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Very, very exciting. Well, Hey, Wes, let's shoot over to you. Why don't you give us another insight into what's been going on this week?
Well, the big bomb that dropped this week, it was Disney acquiring Fox. So now they have Avatar, Deadpool, Alien, Predator. Can you imagine Disney with those characters now? It's crazy.
I mean, you know, I don't know what Disney's going to do with any of those legacy properties. I really think the merger was just for Marvel. Personally, I think they were like, this is what we need. We're going to run it into the ground. So we need.
And they will.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's really exciting. I hope that they do the X-Men right. You know, Wolverine's been great for the last 20 years, but other than that, I feel like the X-Men movies have really been hit or miss, with the exception of Deadpool, but that's a Deadpool movie. Like, the X-Men are just tangential.
Well, I think it's pretty clear Disney's going to try and save the box office, so it's down at $500 million right now. But, you know, with Disney films, Dumbo, you got The Lion King over the summer, it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
no sweat.
Yes, no. I would love to have the same problems Disney has to worry about. So, I'm a huge Marvel fan. Like, I've loved Marvel since I was a child, well before the cinematic universe was anything. And I'm just the type of guy, if you've ever watched the show, I've said it many times, if there's a superhero movie, I probably just like it because it's a superhero movie. It's just one of my fandoms. But Tony, do you stay up to date on the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
You know, it's funny. I don't. Okay. But I don't understand why the past like 4 times I have, and I don't see movies. It's kind of bad, I know. But the past 4 movies I've seen in the movie theaters have been all like Marvel and comic book. Yeah. I don't know why this keeps happening, but I just saw Captain Marvel and I liked it.
It was a good flick.
I heard mixed reviews, but I thought it was fantastic.
It was a great movie. I had a lot of fun with it. I felt like it wasn't the strongest Marvel showing. Yeah. But almost none of the first movies for any character are that good. Yeah. Like, Black Panther was really good, but that was just because of how different it was.
Exactly. It was a total tangent.
Yeah, and so, but Captain Marvel, I'm excited to see her in Endgame. Like,
it's gonna be so good. I'm honestly kind of hooked after Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
It was a really great movie. I'm kind of curious though, like, so what would you say is like your top, you know, Marvel comic book movie, in your opinion?
Ooh, top Marvel movie.
I'm asking because I want to watch this because I don't really watch these things. You know, I'm trusting your opinion. All right, does it make or break thing?
That's a really tough place to start.
It's like asking your favorite song, I guess.
I would say, honestly, start with the rated R ones, even though they're the newest ones. Logan is actually an amazing film.
I saw that one, actually. Yes. It was good. It was really well made.
Because it was such a human story.
Exactly.
And so it made it so compelling. Yeah. But then Deadpool's great. Like, if you just want a good flick.
It's just a good, it's a well-made movie. Yeah, it's funny, it's hilarious, action, gives me everything.
Did you see the newest Spider-Man?
Oh, the one with Tom Holland, not the Into the Universe thing.
No, although that was good too.
What was that about? Well, so yes, I've seen the Tom Holland one. Okay. I loved it. It was amazing. And I feel like he's a really good Spider-Man. Like, I feel like it's like the right one.
Yes.
I gotta be honest, Tobey Maguire wasn't doing it for me.
Never.
I'm sorry. I don't know, so I'm not alone in that, right?
No, I really didn't like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Verse.
It was so cheesy.
And they were all obviously like 25 to 29, playing high schoolers, where at least Tom Holland is like 18 or 19. So he can play the progression of Peter Parker for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
And take over the mantle of Iron Man. Is
that what happened?
I think so. Well, in the comic books, a lot happens. I mean, God, they've been around for decades. So, and they do weekly issues.
Yeah, I need to watch this. So I need to get involved. Gosh.
So I would say, Iron Man is great. So if you've never watched the original Iron Man, they're good. They're all really good. That's why they're doing so well, is because they do a great job of telling the story. Thor Ragnarok, if you want a good one, it's hilarious, good action, but it's like a buddy comedy between the Hulk and Thor.
Interesting.
It's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. I saw the first Thor. I actually liked it. I don't know why I've seen so many comic book movies. Why was up with that? I mean, I guess they're well made. They're good. They're really good. But I saw the first Thor. I loved it. But is Thor Ragnarok, right? Yeah. Is that a separate film?
That's the third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You can skip the second Thor.
How many comic book movies are there? Jesus.
There's 20, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Iron Man was my first one. Iron Man was my first one.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I remember buying that in Hollywood Video, which they don't think they exist anymore.
That's definitely a throwback right there.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's how long it's
It was like the new blockbuster basically. Yeah.
Well, there's one blockbuster left in the world, I think.
Where is it at actually?
Oh man.
I read about it. I know that the manager, she actually goes out and physically buys movies and brings them there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a tourist attraction now, basically.
Yeah. Those were good times. Great times. I miss those days.
Yes,
yeah.
I remember the glory of Blockbuster.
I was so excited just to go there and just like get a movie and watch it. Like, I feel like Netflix has kind of taken away
the excitement.
Yeah, because you have so much there, but like Blockbuster is just like it's such an exciting time for me. I don't know. Yeah.
It's a part of American family history that won't really be repeated in the same type of way.
Yeah.
You know?
It was the original Netflix and chill. You know?
Yeah. Oh, it's like
date night was the best time.
Oh, it's like you're having a sleepover with your buddies Friday night. You go get your movies first, tons of candy, and you're gonna tear up the town. I.e., your bedroom.
Can we just do that sometime, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be awesome. Like no Netflix, we just basically go out and get a movie and just do all that. Sounds awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can still do that.
Marathon. As a matter of fact, Wes and I and Filmburgh are applying for CableTV.com is offering to pay someone $1,000 to watch all 20 Marvel movies back to back. They want you to live tweet, so we're going to do a video and be like, hey, we'll take it a step further. We'll tweet, but we will do a full 7 cameras live stream the whole time, and then we'll go see Endgame right at the end of it.
Why did I move? I want to be part of that. I'm so jealous.
Yes.
That sounds really intense. How long do you think it's going to take you guys?
Oh, it's practically 2 days, so I think it'll come out to like 43 hours, then the
non-stop.
3 hours
non-stop.
Do you think, Wes, you can be away for 40 hours?
Just get enough energy drinks, I'll be fine.
That's basically my life all the time, so yeah.
Energy drinks. We'll come up with like some sort of, ergonomic stretch routine for the movie. So like every time Iron Man is, quippy or something, we'll do some push-ups.
You're going to need to, honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
That's an intense session right there.
Yeah, we'll get to like halfway through phase 2 and just like, oh god, it's all the slowest ones except for like the Captain America. So,
oh god.
But no, it'd be cool to do. It'd be a really great opportunity for Filmburgh, and who knows, maybe cable TV will like the story that you'd be hearing from us.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep an eye out for that. If nothing else, we'll keep you guys updated. No matter who's doing it, we'll let you know what we find out because it's just a fun thing. Yeah, so what else is going on, Wes?
Let's see. Well, we got the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Wait, there's a movie?
It's
I'm a little bit out of culture right now.
Well, Detective Pikachu's first, but it's like all the live action.
Wait, we need to pause real quickly.
Oh,
Alright, do you guys actually like this? I feel like you're gonna like it. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I just feel like Pokemon is so wholesome that I can't see it being a 3D thing, but I want to like it because I love Ryan Reynolds and he's kind of hot, but
I think it'll be good. Yeah, I think it's different enough, I think, and...
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds packed into the cutest Pokemon arguably ever, so I think it'll sell.
Oh, it's gonna sell, absolutely.
I'm excited for it. One of my favorite things. Did you guys ever see the fan-made Pokemon movie trailer? It's like a full 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes 50 seconds, and it's like the rated R version of Pokemon.
Oh, sign me up for that.
Oh yeah,
I'd see that.
You gotta find it. Here, guys, we'll find it. We'll put it in the description after this video's over. It's a great clip, and they tie in all this stuff super dramatically. It's like, I want to be the best. Gotta catch 'em all.
Did you ever play Pokemon when you were younger?
Oh yes, Pokemon was life.
Which one though?
I started with the OG.
The red, the blue?
The red and the blue.
I remember
Not
that.
only that, I started with Pokemon with the Game Informer magazines that started announcing them about 6 months before it was announced. And I saved up to buy a Game Boy Pocket just to buy the game in the Game Boy Pocket.
Oh man.
And so, because I was like, I love this idea. You got to have like a buddy to do it with. I had a friend who was excited about it. Ever since, every generation, I have to play the campaign.
They made a 3D version of it on the Nintendo Switch, right?
Yes, yeah. So around the holidays, they're going to release Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is the next installment of the RPG series. Like,
what does that mean? Like, is it like a live?
No. So if you go look at Pokemon Eevee and Pokemon Pikachu Let's Go,
yeah,
it's like a more console-based. Have you ever played Zelda? Like, you know how like Zelda on the GameCube and stuff kind of looked?
Yeah.
So it looks very much like that. And then you don't get hit by Pokemon randomly. You see them like you would on Pokemon Go. Like you see them around you and then you have to go. So you get to choose which ones you run into or not. And you can actually run away from them or run around
Technology, man. Yeah. This is a great era.
And then it flick, like you use the little remote and you flick the same way that you kind of flick the ball for the catching mechanism. So I was sold. I totally want a Nintendo Switch just for the Pokemon game that's out now, but the new RPG is not for the Game Boy. It is for the Switch.
Oh, wow. So
it is going to be a much more robust Pokemon experience. We've been waiting for a Pokemon on an actual console system forever. So it's the first time. It's history.
Really
yeah, speaking of though, I'd be all set for a Zelda movie, Spyro, Crash Bandicoot.
Actually, yeah, no, Zelda would absolutely, yeah. Crash Bandicoot would be interesting, but actually, I can enjoy that. Yeah. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, but Sonic the Hedgehog is actually, this is going to be a movie.
Yeah, November. Yeah, Jim Carrey's going to be Robotnik or the Eggman. Yeah, so that's going to be cool.
Wow. I mean, honestly, if Jim Carrey is going to be there, then sign me up. He does everything right, in my opinion, so.
Yep.
So Jim Carrey's in Sonic?
Yep.
Is that right? Are you sure? What, is he not?
No,
should we check? Yeah.
Well, so it was recently announced that Netflix is going to reboot Back to the Future with Jim Carrey as Doc Brown.
Oh.
Which is actually a very interesting... It's the perfect
There's a lot of conflicting feelings.
Yeah. I saw the full circle of emotions when I told you that. You're like, oh.
I mean, again, Jim Carrey, I mean, he's everything for me.
He's just a fantastic creature, you know. He's just a being of energy.
Yeah.
Definitely worth emulating your thought patterns after, just because.
Absolutely.
He's got it. He's got the energy game down.
Yeah.
So the Jim Carrey, gosh, as Doc Brown, who's supposed to be
Noah Schnapp, the guy, kid who was in Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You see that?
Like the young boy, brown hair. Yeah. Okay, got it. Oh,
yeah. So
it's good.
It's not the curly-haired one. I believe it's the one who goes missing in the first.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. Got it.
Because it's not the kid who was in It.
No.
It's the other brown-haired boy.
Oh, okay.
Because those two boys kind of look alike. They're very similar. Yeah. Which was great for their Midwestern casting of Stranger Things. It just made sense. But now, Tony, how long are you in town for?
Well, I'm here for 2 more days, but technically I told everybody I'm leaving tomorrow night. But
you gotta have a little extra family time.
Exactly. I just need 1 day to relax and sleep in. So I'm so excited. I have 1 more day of shoots, and then I can chill out. But I leave actually Tuesday morning. So.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, nice. I'm ready to get back and do my thing.
Yeah, get to the grind.
I know. I never stop. I'm crazy. So.
So, how often do you make it back to your hometown?
Well, actually, it's funny. I haven't been to Greensburg in a hot minute because my entire family moved down there. They all moved to Florida. I guess I don't know. We're all Puerto Rican, so they hate the cold.
We're in Florida. I grew up in Florida.
Oh, really? Where'd you grow up?
Boca Raton.
Okay, so they've moved everywhere but like Clearwater area.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was a nice time. They actually lived in Orlando, which I live for. I actually like Florida.
Oh, Florida's great.
It's beautiful. I feel like it gets a bad rep. I mean, rightfully so.
Oh, well, there's a lot of people there, and there's a lot of crazy there.
Oh, that's a lot of crazy. Yeah.
Yes.
I see where it comes from.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's
a lot of weather too.
What gets out? Florida's. I don't know. I love all of Florida, pretty much from Orlando down. Tampa's okay. Tampa's
a little boring, but I enjoy it.
But Orlando's great. Like, I would personally hate to live there, but I love every time I'm in Florida, I want to go there.
Yeah, I enjoy a good resort. I like Disney World. I like Universal Studios. I like all of it. It's so much fun. So it's always a good time in Orlando.
You ever been to Disney World, Wes?
I have once. Yeah, we went down there and like I remember getting off the bus and like I was wearing pants and I'm like, oh my god.
Thank God you were pants.
It's like so hot. Yeah. But it was like felt like a sauna when I stepped off the bus.
It's so hot.
Rain,
it's
you know,
hot and humid. It's a rough time, and I feel like sometimes at Disney World, it's your majority of experience is you just walking and buying things, and maybe in line. So but it's still a good time though.
It's good.
I enjoy it. I love it so much. So I want to go back. Yeah, but we have Disneyland in LA, so I don't have to go that far. One of the many reasons why I moved there. Let me tell you.
So, what year was that, Wes, when you went to Disney?
I was back in high school. Yeah, it was a school trip, actually.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah. Oh, wow. And so what kind of rides were there? Because I feel like every year they're updating things.
Well, we went to Animal Kingdom first, and then Disney, and then MGM.
Okay.
So
nice. The classics.
Yeah. Animal Kingdom was like, okay, it's basically like going to a zoo, though, you know?
Yeah. Do you know if they built that Avatar world yet there? They're building an Avatar world, apparently. Insane. Okay. I don't, they think of everything, like...
They have 9 more movies coming out, so they're trying to
Disney just doesn't stop, literally. They just want to own the entire world.
That's what Walt Disney was thinking was like, global domination, one child at a time.
Do you guys remember that old Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone movie, Demolition Man?
Yes.
Where like, no, you do?
I remember what you're talking about. Yep.
I knew you would, Wes. Okay, so basic premise at this point in history is that everything fell into wars between companies. And so, like, all restaurants now are only Taco Bell's, because that's the company that...
I'm okay with it.
Right? Yeah, I'd be okay with it, too. When they said Taco Bell, I was like, this movie feels
good times there.
It knows.
How did I know you were going to bring that up?
Are you a Taco Bell fan?
Oh, I love Taco Bell.
Yeah. What's your favorite fast food joint?
Oh, boy.
I'm going to judge you based off this, all right? Lots riding on this.
I like to go Taco Bell, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean...
I feel kind of bad saying this, but I love Chick-fil-A. I know. If you can't tell from the cadence of my voice, I probably shouldn't be enjoying them, but they are so good. But I recently became a vegetarian, which... I mean, it's not that fun, but whatever. So now all I do is just like order the waffle fries and lemonade, and it's so good. But Taco Bell is actually vegetarian friendly. They're great. I enjoy them. But yeah, I love all fast food. It's my favorite thing. Sadly, I'm seeing it. So.
So, Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Was tied into so many movies in the 90s, like Batman almost every year, you know?
Yeah.
McDonald's was too.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how it's so intrinsic to me. So I'm dating a girl from the Middle East, and she tries really hard to like the food I like. She does. She really tries.
Yeah. Do you enjoy her food? At least.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm never scared of food.
I love all food. I used to be the
foods.
pickiest eater, and then it's funny. Honestly, I worked in a restaurant for many years. Yeah, and I was forced to try like foie gras and oysters and all this like gross stuff at the time being, but I like fell in love with now. Which, side note, work in a restaurant is like the best thing for you, just for like a few months. But yeah, I love all food. So it's like. I just love food.
Yeah, I love food too, and I never understood why people would get, so iffy around food, because I assume that if they're putting it on a plate in front of me, it won't kill me. So I'll eat pretty much anything if they're willing to serve it to me.
True.
You know? But if I have my choice, it will always be Taco Bell. If I have my choice.
Absolutely. And it's kind of funny you say that, because that's actually what I'm getting after this.
Nice.
So
Probably me too.
Yeah, I'll be thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up our Skype so we can have people call in, but it's...
Are people listening right now?
Well, I think we have a couple of viewers.
Hey, viewers.
No, yeah.
If
hey,
you're
we're not calling them out, but let's see. We had Benjamin Wilson watching at one point.
Hey, man.
We have Batrish Crazy.
Yep.
How's it going, girl? Always on. You got our back. And then Pokemon Apocalypse, it's called. That's hilarious.
That's a great name right there.
I love it.
We had Jess watching.
Jess Paul. Good old Jess.
Hey,
Paul.
Jess, how's it going? I hope to see you out in LA. Yes, that was an awesome gift you guys gave her.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun. You know.
It's a nice way of like starting your journey there. At least it's just at least getting a nice little fresh update.
Right.
Yeah, and you need it. It's such a necessary tool, and you were always one of the best here in Pittsburgh.
Thank you.
And so the fact that you're out there, it just made it so much. It was just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we're trying to just do this, and I think I might have got it fixed.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
I'm gonna switch gears to another topic.
Gosh, we're live,
So the world never ceases to amaze me. So I just learned that scientists have developed the liquid metal Terminator. If you've seen Terminator 2,
they gotta stop the robots.
Like,
they gotta stop with that.
I don't know what to think.
We've had so many movies. We know better than this, but apparently we don't.
No, nothing.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
How did they make that? Like,
oh man.
Science, obviously.
I mean, yeah, I was just like looking it up on Facebook, and like it's all over, people posting. I'm like, what?
Oh God, Lord.
Well, the next one, Terminator: Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
They know their audience.
Yes,
they know their audience very well.
They sure do.
Yeah, I can't wait. I read that article and about the metal when you said it, because I was like, okay, that's too cool, and like I love art and movies, but I love like gadgets and technology. I live for that stuff. So I read the whole article, and it was horrible clickbait. It's pretty much just gallium in like hyaluronic acid, and they can like spread it 4 times further than they could before.
Alright, we're good. We're safe for 1 more year at least.
Yes, let's see this.
Oh
makes me
gosh.
That's how I feel about that, you know? So,
can you just follow me with that thing everywhere?
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing.
I'm here to help you drop your bombs. All right. Oh my God.
That's amazing.
So bad. Yes, this is one of our newer features. We've only used it so much, so I really try to work it in. So, Tony, one thing that I think a lot of people are always interested to hear is for the next group, the next age, you know, what type of advice would you give to the people who are out there learning and growing on the internet, trying to figure out how to do all the cool stuff you're out there actually doing?
You know, that's a great question, and I want to say a million things, but I think simply though, a good piece of advice is just stay curious and keep asking questions. I think that the world is so complex and people are really complex, and we as people internally are very complex, and there's just so many questions and so many things you can learn from anything and from any opportunity. And so that's what really drives me to do photography and portraits and headshots. Is I love meeting people, and I love being in spaces, and I love learning. And so I just feel like, again, if you ever feel like your life is boring or you feel like disconnected, just start asking questions and start getting specific. And I think the more questions you get, the more specific your life becomes, and you will start having a direction. I mean, I always say, you know, if you don't have a vision, you have no direction, and you know, you have to just kind of develop that. And also, you know, a lot of things in life I feel like are experiential. I mean, I feel like this podcast, would you call it that? Or what?
This is a live vlogcast, and to our knowledge, we're the only one that exists.
There you go. That's actually really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you're the first one.
Hey,
we're gonna say it. You are the first.
You know
one
what? We're the first as far as we know.
That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, but I mean, again, like even with this, I'm sure you guys keep learning and keep building and keep developing. You know, and same for me as a photographer, and same for any other artist. You know, so stay curious. That's my main advice. And again, everything is experiential, so just go at it, try it out, and see how you feel about it. And it's okay. And also fail really hard. We don't talk about our mistakes here, okay? And we really need to, because the thing is, most of the people that visit my website, they see the good stuff, but there are some mistakes and failures. I'm a person, and I have a margin of error sometimes, and that's completely okay, because it's part of the process, and I build from it and I learn from it, you know. And so can you. So again, just pardon me, embrace your failures, stay curious, and again, everything's experiential. You know, you can learn so much from yourself and from the world. So again, stay hungry. All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think you really hit the nail on the head. I all the time say that our ability to accomplish anything comes down to our ability to ask the right questions.
Yes.
And if you are good at recognizing the questions that you have in your own mind, you can go out literally and find the answer to everything. And if you're asking questions that don't have answers, you're like immediately an expert on whatever you're working on, because you're already beyond the curve, you know? So I think that that's right. You should always be trying to learn and grow. I think that
you can learn from any situation in life, literally. I mean, like, I'm kind of weird. Sometimes I'll stare at posters, or I'll stare at like little things, or lighting, or people, or I'll watch things. I mean, I feel like I'm lucky that I have a hunger to be an observer. Like, I don't know, I love just watching things and taking it all in, and I don't know, it's just fun. I mean, I think the world is so fascinating, so I like to I don't know, just eat it all up and spit it all out in a great image, I guess.
That's
yeah.
So when did you start? Like,
oh my god,
you know, how long have you been doing this?
Well, okay, so it's a few things. Oh Lord. So it's a few things. So basically, I started. Pardon me. So I started when I was 16, and I started doing a little bit of photography there. But it's kind of funny because. One more second. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Apocalypse.
There'll be wireless headphones soon.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna build. Yeah. But yeah. So I started. Like low key when I was 16, and it was really weird. I downloaded Photoshop and I started retouching, because I'm a child of the internet, and I don't know, I started retouching and started making money off it. And like when you're 16, making like $20 for like 30 images, you're like, oh my god, this is so cool. And I was terrible at it. I was really bad, but I got better. And so. And when I was retouching it at 16, I was like, I feel like this is gonna go somewhere. I feel like this is gonna connect. Just felt that, you know. But I was like, oh, who knows? And so I started doing acting, and then I actually went to Point Park University for theater. Cool. And so my goal was to be an actor, be on Broadway, and to be famous. That fickle thing, that fickle lady. Right, we're always chasing her. But yeah, and so I basically started my sophomore year, because I was having a hard time connecting with the theater, and I guess just with my own world and my own reality. And so photography was, you know, a refuge for me. And I know I'm like romanticizing it, but for me, it was my own kind of world where I just felt like it was my own, you know. I felt like, you know, and I'm sure Pusha can attest to this as actors and people who produce things. Sometimes you just feel like, you know, your work is meant for other people when it, you know, you're always producing content to please other people. And so I just started picking up a camera and just started doing my own thing, and then I started doing headshots, and I actually started, I started back in 2010, so this is 9 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Oh god, I'm getting old now. But I started with my friend at the time. His name was MOUX, and we created this business, and it just popped over overnight. And it's funny because I look back to my images when I first started, and I had this is gonna sound a little narcissistic, but I'm just trying to be honest. I had a really good eye when I first started. Okay. I was just instinctually good at headshots. Now I wasn't instinctually good at like doing fashion and other creative works. That has taken time to build that and understand that world. I'm still growing into it, but headshots just kind of started growing, and I just kept doing it and doing it, and my art form was experiential. I mean, I'm self-taught, you know. I'm truly just an actor, you know. I trained in the theater, and then I picked up a camera, and it just all kind of clicked, and I kept doing it. And the pathway has never been easy. It hasn't been clear for me. It was just me just slowly picking away and just trying to kind of understand this pathway. So it takes time. It really does. I mean, again, 9 years now I've been doing this, and it finally clicked. And I mean, like, for this vlogcast, when did you guys start this?
Oh, January.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys are doing so well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Get out of here. Oh my, okay, work, okay.
Well, the only thing, I made one promise. I mean, I guess I made a lot of promises, but I said every week we would aim to have a better production value than the week before.
You guys did that today. You're honoring that. I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed, but before, I mean, when I was here before the vlogcast, you guys got like a new kind of setup and that kind of thing, right?
Well, yeah. So like we redid stuff. We tweaked a couple of the settings on the camera that opened up the whole sensor. So now you're framed much better. I feel like everything's framed much better.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah,
it's great. It really does. Honestly.
Yeah, and I think like now it looks so good.
It really does.
Not to toot my own horn, but toot. Where is this? Where's a horn?
Yeah, but I mean, again, though, it keeps getting better, and then hopefully next session you might have some wireless.
Oh yeah, yes, maybe that's season 2.
Exactly. There you go. But yeah, I don't know. What was the question? I got a little off track here.
Oh gosh. Well, no. All we asked was where you like when you started, and we got the whole answer we were looking for. It didn't even need. Yeah. No, that was perfect. Another thing we like to ask our guests. Now, if our viewers found themselves on a desert island and they just needed something to stave off the insanity, and you get to choose the 3 collections of either film or television. So that means it could be a whole, you know, it could be the whole Lord of the Rings series,
I have one.
You know. What are you going to give them to watch?
Oh, man.
To keep them from going insane for as long as possible. The insanity, you won't escape it.
No, God, no. But you can only fight it off. I'm still fighting off mine.
Yeah, yes.
And so this is only TV media stuff, right?
TV, movies, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to be selfish here. I'm going to tell them what I would want. I would personally suggest for myself if I was on there, and for them, The Office. Yeah. Like, I still watch it. I'm off book already. I watched up to like season 1 to 6. To be honest, like, let's be real. After Michael Scott leaves, like,
yeah.
Sorry, Ed Helms. He tries.
He really does.
Yeah, I still push through and I try, but you know, again,
I watch that whole series at least once a year.
Yeah, every time it's on loop. I literally fall asleep to it all the time, so that would fight off my insanity. It's
one of my favorite. I agree. I think that might be the best. It's 9 solid seasons. Even the bad seasons are not that bad because the finale's so good. The finale's so good.
So good. They really tied it all in.
Yes.
And I guess I got 2 other things. I don't know know what my third one is, and this is my second one. It's gonna really surprise you. I have a weird obsession with Charlie's Angels. The movie with Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore. It's the best casting in the entire world. I don't care, fight me on it. It's so good. That would fight off my insanity in a heartbeat. I love every single one of them.
They only did 2 of those movies, right?
They need a third one. They're apparently trying to recast a third one, and I just don't think you can do it. I really don't. I can't see it. That was the best casting ever. It was so good.
I agree. Like for the pool of Hollywood at the time, they really were. So and Drew Barrymore, I'll watch anything Drew Barrymore's in.
I love.
Speaking of, new thing Drew Barrymore's in on Netflix. Not that new. The 3rd season comes out next Saturday. Have you ever watched Santa Clarita Diet?
I wish I had, because you're like the 5th person is like, you need to watch it. And so all I know is about it's eating zombies and stuff. Yeah?
Yeah, it's a zombie comedy.
Yeah.
It's a zombie.
So what exactly is appealing about it? What would suck me in is what I'm kind of curious about.
It is Drew Barrymore giving the best Drew Barrymore impression ever. Like, it's good. She's just so perfect as this role because she's so good at just being her.
Yeah.
And the situations are so ridiculous. The cast is excellent. So her husband is Timothy Olyphant.
Oh, wait, in real life or in the...
In the show.
Okay.
In the show, yes.
Yeah.
But... yeah, no, it has a stellar cast. A lot of big names are in it. Who's the guy? That, I don't want to give anything away.
Don't you dare, okay? Because I might get my Taco Bell tonight.
Yeah.
And just pop in a few episodes and see where it goes.
Well, they're only 30 minutes. They're half-hour comedies. So the 10-episode season, you'll get
short attention
quick.
So that's perfect.
Yes. And it's one of those, I started watching with season 1 because I was like, okay, let's see what this is. You know, I was still waiting for Netflix to fail. And, I got through like 2
Boy, were you wrong.
Like, damn it. So I watched the whole thing in one day and then proceeded to wait a year for anything else. So.
See, I like my method though, because like, it's funny, I actually discovered The Office like a year ago. Yeah. And that's why like I had all the seasons is right there, so I kind of like, finding these things when they're done, it's just because I can just plow through them after wait anymore.
Yeah, I think Santa Clarita was the first thing you made me watch.
So you were hooked? You liked it, right?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, I will watch it. I'll give it a shot and I'll report
Yeah, when
back.
I met this guy, he's like, you have to watch this now.
Yeah, well, I had to... With Wes here, I've been trying to talk him into watching all this stuff. It took me 2 years to talk him into buying a smartphone.
Oh, really? What did you have beforehand?
Flip phone.
No, I support it, honestly. I miss a flip phone, especially now.
Oh, yes,
It'll make a comeback, probably. Right?
Yeah, those things, I mean, you can just chuck them and they would survive. Seriously. They would like survive the apocalypse. I miss flip phones. So
Folding screens will be out in the next 2 years. So, the return of the flip phone.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I love like the little slider ones too. I forget what they're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those were
like
so
the old
perfect.
ones, the sidekicks from back in the day.
The one with the keypad.
I'm not like I actually want to buy one. Yeah, the keypad.
Yeah.
I used to be so good I could actually slide it in high school and type my back. Yeah.
You think they'd still work on like a network?
Oh, I will find a way. I will find a way. Cool. Yeah.
That's like such a hipster scenery thing to have.
I know.
Like you at like I could see you at a crazy LA socialite party, and you're like, hold on, you pull out your big sidekick brick, flip open the screen, boop, 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 boop.
Literally.
Sorry.
I know. Honestly, I'm totally a hipster, and I try not to be. My family makes fun of me again. I'm like vegetarian. I'm a hippie. I'm in Los Angeles now. I like check off all the marks. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, wait for my ironic tattoos, and then there will be a full circle there. So yeah.
Well, we will be waiting for those ironic tattoos. So now that
they're coming, I promise they are coming. They're on their way.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, we are getting close to the end of our hour. It always goes so quick. So quick. I know.
Bring me back here. Actually, I had a good time.
Oh, this is so much fun. you've been a great guest.
Thank you so much.
You've led this show.
I appreciate it.
You know, you were the first guest who's come in and asked me several questions.
I'm curious. I told you. I mean, I have a lot more, so I might just hang out here.
Yeah. Hey, you are welcome back anytime. When you are in town, make sure that we know, and you are welcome on this show.
Thank you.
We want to hear.
Next time you come, we'll close down the highways. We'll make sure like it's a big event.
I want a full parade. Okay, I want to show up with the parade.
Yes.
You guys are great.
This is so much fun. So hey, let's get down to the end of things. Last week we were giving away a Manfrotto Big Traveler tripod, and that's gonna go out to Josh Belden. Thanks for the shout out. He said nice show last week, and I appreciate it. So just message us on the back end of our channel, and we'll message that out. And guys, we're sticking to tripods right now because hey, everybody needs one, and while we have them, we want to give away the best gear we got. So we're going right back to another 290 light Be-Free fluid head tripod. All you got to do is subscribe to our channel, kick a like on this video, and leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, what you'd like to see in the future, or, you know, whatever. Tell us to kick rocks. All comments work.
Tell them about our physical store.
Oh, yes, guys. So, as always, like we've said, we're able to continue doing this show because we started some online shops on Amazon and eBay. eBay's our primary selling place. But you can find us by searching seller Film Gear by Filmburgh on eBay. And if you happen to be in the Pittsburgh area, we did just set up shop at the Miller Crossings Fleetique. It's on the corner of Crane Avenue and Sawmill Run Boulevard, whatever that road that you take to get from the Fort Pitt Tunnel to the Liberty Tunnel. It's about halfway between those two spots, but go check it out. We're really proud of it. We got it all set up for this weekend, and it's there to give you guys the best pricing available. If you are a subscriber, you get an immediate 10% at this point in time, and we plan on running even more aggressive promotions in the future. So please give us a shout out. If you go check out our store, please take a picture and you know, add us on Instagram. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yes.
So the show has been so much fun. Tony, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. You guys were fantastic.
This
is a great time.
Great.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have anything else. You guys have been awesome. I am Pollock Taylor with Filmburgh. As always, follow our story and let us help you tell yours. All right, have a good night.